ladies and gentlemen. One gentleman. Good morning, everyone. My name is Francia. So, I am an Ashtanga yoga teacher, and the first thing Natasha said to me, don't teach Ashtanga. So, we won't be doing Ashtanga, but with that said, I would like to give you guys a little bit of a challenge if you'd like to accept that invitation. And that goes for my lovely Zoom attendees as well. I like to offer options before we get ahead to something a little bit more difficult. So if you'd like to stay at a certain place, just stay there. I have one yoga block. I normally don't use two. I usually use one, but it's not absolutely necessary. If you don't have one, you'll be fine without it. It's just to give you a little extra, lift the earth up to you, and I got to give you a little bit of support through your practice. So we're actually going to start standing. I know everyone's used to let's start sitting down, relax. Not today. All right, so let's come to the top of our mat. And starting in Tadasana, allow your feet about hip width apart and start to move your weight forward and backwards from the toes to the heels. And allow yourself just a moment to find that center line. Draw into the lower belly. Think about a slight tuck or tilt to the pelvis, the lower back or the pelvis. And then relax the shoulders back and down as you lift, elongate through the rib cage. Palms face forward, chin parallel to the floor, and just a gentle gaze down towards the bridge of your nose. Engage through the legs. Feel the earth below supporting you, grounding you. Take a deep inhale. Feel the lungs, the chest, and the belly expand. Slow exhale. Again, deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then with the next inhale, let's draw the hands at prayer in front of the heart. Close the eyes for a moment. Keep that steadiness and that groundness through the soles of the feet. Give yourself a moment here. Maybe feeling through your legs, through your torso, all the way up to the top of the head. If the sun is shining on your skin, feel the sensation of the heat of the sun. We'll open the sacred space of our practice with one sound Om. Exhale the breath away. Inhale for Om. Couple of breaths here, settling into that vibration created. On the next exhale, let's release the hands, bring the chin towards the chest, lift the eyes open, and now we're going to bring the feet together. So just heel toe your feet, toes and heels together, arms down by your sides, lift the chest proud, inhale, draw the arms up, reaching up towards sky, find yourself rooted to the soles of your feet. If this is hard for you, you can separate your feet again. Try to draw your palms together, draw your elbows towards each other, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, softly bend through the knees, softly bend through the elbows, gently draw into the lower belly, and let's bring the hands to the floor. If the hands don't come down to your mat, you can go ahead and bring your block in front and bring your hands to the block instead. Just coming into Uttanasana here, let the head rest, lengthen to the back of neck, reach the tailbone up and back as you press into your fingertips, try to reach your tailbone up. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, our halfway lift. Lengthening through the spine. Keep drawing in through belly, shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale again, Uttanasana, forward fold. Try to straighten your legs once here if you can. And then bend through the knees. Inhale, rise back up. Arms extend, deep breath in, reach and lengthen, gaze up towards thumbs, palms together, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's do it again, adding a little bit of movement. Inhale, arms up. Gazing towards thumb. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, draw lower belly in. Reach your tailbone back and away. Hands to the floor, head relaxes. Now in this one, try to bend and straighten through the knees. So just a little bend through the right knee, bend through the left knee. If you find this difficult, you can always bring fingertips to block or floor and lift into a halfway lift and continue the bending. So you choose here what feels right for your body. Give yourself the opportunity to create a nice, easy length. So you're feeling the stretch in the hamstrings, but you're not forcing. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Come to stillness. Draw the heels down. Lift the tailbone up. Find your deepest forward fold. As you inhale, lift halfway. If you haven't gotten a chance to straighten your knees, you can do it here. Exhale, soften your knees. Sit down like you're coming into a chair, and then arms rise up, stand all the way up to straight, palms together, look at them. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Adding on. Inhale, arms up and lift. Exhale, forward fold, softening through knees and elbows, drawing lower belly in. Complete folding. Try to reach the forehead towards the shins, shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, lengthen up the spine, create space. Now here with the exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands on the floor, and easy step or walk your feet back to a high plank. You don't have to hold your high plank very long, but just hold it enough for you to feel the engagement of the shoulders. Exhale, bend the knees, bring them to the floor, and just take a moment here. You're not in a tabletop position. You're a little bit forward of your knees, so your hips are forward. And then exhale, slowly bend the elbows, lower down all the way to the floor. Inhale, come to cobra, lifting the heart. You can go into a sphinx if you like, using more of your elbows, or you can stay with your hands under your shoulders and lift your chest, engage into your legs, your glutes. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, gaze to the bridge of the nose. Exhale, release, tucking the toes under, pressing back onto the hands, and then exhale, see if you can come to a downward facing. If downward facing is not for you today, you can do a down puppy with your knees on the floor. Draw in through lower belly and reach back. Pedal out your down dog. So you want to bend and straighten through the knees. Give yourself the opportunity to really connect with your hamstrings here. Good. Remember that if this is too much, you can do a down puppy for the shoulders, which would be the knees down and the arms extended and the forehead on the floor if you wish. This is option 2. All right. If you're in your downward facing dog, take a moment. Looking forward, slowly roll your way forward back to your high plank. Knees come down and then release the feet. Come and sit back onto the heels. Just take a moment here. All right. So we're all going to do down puppy just so that we have that option. Start with the fingertips behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. If this is hard for your shins, for your ankles, and you feel like you need a lift, grab your block and give yourself that lift. So you have the ability to do that always. Please modify as needed. So once you're here, open the chest, open the shoulders, chin up, open your heart to the sky. Let the sun beam in. Exhale, slowly release. Come to Balasana. Hands down, extend the body, forehead to the floor. And yet again, if the forehead and the floor don't quite meet, you can place your block, bring your forehead to the block instead. Couple more breaths. Observe any tightness in the hips. See if you can keep moving your sits bones down towards your hips. Down towards your heels. Lengthening through your spine, creating space through each and every one of your vertebrae. Good. Looks really nice, you guys. Now, with the next breath, inhale, come back. Now this time to a tabletop position. Let's warm up the wrists a little bit here before we do our down puppy. Take your right hand and slip your hand so that your fingers point towards your body, the back of your hand on the floor. You may not be able to get the whole back of your hand down, So if only your knuckles go down, that's okay. Keep working to bringing it down. And then we're gonna bend through that elbow and straighten. The vast majority of your weight is in your left hand here. So only a little bit of weight on the right hand. Let's do 2 more. Try to keep the fingers all down, the thumb and the pinky as well. Last one. Come to straight. Press into that straight arm. Shoulder moves away. And go ahead and shake out that right hand. We'll do the other side. So turning your palm, fingers towards you, top of the hand down on the mat. Hold the straight arm for a moment. Just notice, maybe move a little bit of weight. And then exhale, bend to the left elbow and straighten. So we're bending and straightening here just to add a little bit of movement to find our range of motion in our wrists. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And then exhale. Hold, we'll hold it for a little bit. And then release, shake it out. Okay, now we're ready for our down puppy. Walk your knees back ever so slightly so the tops of your feet are still on the mat, but at the end of your mat. Walk your hands forward. Continue to walk forward like you're almost sliding yourself down your mat. Bring your elbows down and maybe your chin or the top of your head down. So you get to choose here the depth of your down puppy. So Amy, bring your hips back and allow your chest to come down. See if you can extend your arms forward. This is for your shoulders. Good. That's better. Top of the head down. That's it. Good. Looks really good. Try to keep the tops of your feet flat on the floor. Awesome. My little squares in there are looking awesome. Okay. Hold a few breaths. Now, if this is easy for you, if you're here and you're like, oh, I could do this all day, come to the tips of your fingers. So you can still keep your forehead down, tips of your fingers, shoulders move away, your elbows are off the floor. That's an option if you like. Notice how this feels in your back, never force. If you need to come out earlier, do so. One more cue, if this is easy for you and you want to add a little bit of extra work, you can lift your chin and bring your chin to the floor instead of the top of your head. So a little extra work here. Wherever you are, take another deep inhale breath. Good, friend. That's a really good adjustment there. Exhale. And then inhale, slowly press the elbows down. Walk your hands back in. Come back to a flat back. We'll do some cat and cows here to release the back. Inhale, let's lift first into cow. Opening the chest, looking up. Exhale, curling under into cat. And again, inhale. Exhale. One more inhale, lifting up into cow. Opening the heart, maybe gazing to the nose or gazing up. The sun doesn't blind you. Exhale, curl into cat. Tuck the tailbone under, round out through the back. And slowly coming back to center. All right, let's tuck the toes under, make our way back up to a downward facing. Find your downward facing dog once more. And allow your feet to settle. Maybe pedal out the legs or sway the hips. Move into that space you just created in the shoulders. Find your heart moving through your arms. Inhale, look forward. Step or walk your feet about halfway up your mat. Keep them separated hip width. And then slowly take a nice deep inhale, lengthen out through the spine. So imagine you want your top of your head reaching forward. You can come to the tips of your fingers here. Contract through your quadriceps, lift up through the kneecaps. And then as we exhale, let's fold deep. Hold on to your opposite elbows. You can soften your knees. Let your head hang. Only when you're ready, start to maybe move or sway into the hips. Letting the head just totally hang down like a ripe mango. Good. Sway side to side, forward and back. Start to notice that if you are folding from your middle back, hollow out your belly a little bit more. Draw the navel in towards the spine and elongate through the rib cage so you can extend, and the tailbone or the sacrum is the highest point in your fold. Let's do one more deep breath here. Inhale, exhale. Good. Let's go for an easy twist. Bringing the right hand to the floor, or you can use your block, right hand to the block. Inhale, left arm up, opening the heart, gaze towards left fingertips. Stay here, 1, strong legs, 2, try to square off your hips, lengthen through your spine, 3, press into that right arm, right shoulder engaged, 4, belly drawn in, and 5. Exhale, release, left hand down, inhale, right arm up, right away, twisting through the torso. Right arm reaching up towards sky, looking towards right fingertips. 1, square off your hips. 2, keep hollowing out the belly, drawing in through the lower belly. 3, extend through the top of your head, strong left shoulder. 4, one more easy breath. 5, exhale, release it down, and fold once more. You can move your block to the side. Walk the fingertips forward, stay on your fingertips. These legs are gonna feel real good here in a moment. Allow your body to lengthen back. So if I turn sideways, you wanna walk your fingertips forward and then exhale, lengthen back. So it's similar to downward facing, but most of your weight is in your legs and not in your hands. Stay here for 5 breaths. 1, good. 2, steady breathing. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. Go ahead and bring your right foot between your hands and slide your left foot back. Stay on your toes. So try not to bring the heel down. Press into that right knee. Bring your hands to your knee and slowly lift up. So we're going here for a little crescent lunge. Find your balance. It's very easy to kind of lean forward over that right leg. So see if you can lift through the chest and heart. Good. If you need your hands for support, no worries, keep them there. Otherwise, you can release them down. You can bring them to prayer, or you can lift them up towards the sky. Your choice here, any variation is fine. Cactus arms is another option, opening the chest, opening the heart. So you get to choose here what you want to do. Lift the heart, stay strong to that right knee. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Lift the chest. We're going to pivot the left heel down to the floor and come right back up. So now we're going into a warrior 1. Left hip forward, right hip back, sitting strong into right knee. Again, arms down at heart, cactus, or your choice here. Sit strong to that right leg. Good. That's it. Keep rotating that left hip forward ever so slightly so you're squared off to the front of your mat. Gazing forward. Good. That's it. Good adjustment. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Bending the right knee. Let everybody reach back with that left hand. So even if that right knee doesn't bend so much, reach back. Someone's pulling that left arm back. And then exhale, bend the right knee. So reach back, left hand. Exhale, bend the right knee. Reach back, left hand. Exhale, bend the right knee once more. Good. Side angle, right elbow down. Left elbow, left arm up and over. Open your chest. Gazing up towards the sky. Reaching to left fingertips. Sitting strong into right knee. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, release left arm. And take both hands behind the back. Hold on to your opposite elbows. Settle your chest on the inside of your right knee. So this is our humble warrior. If you feel okay here, you can let your head hang. Gaze towards your left foot. Draw in through lower belly. Find your balance. Sit strong into right leg. Exhale, release your hands down to either sides of your right foot. Pivot on your left heel. And then stay here for a moment as we make our way to the other foot. Right foot back. Find your high plank. So your chaturanga, you choose on knees or on the toes, lower down. Inhale, you choose cobra, upward facing, or your sphinx pose. You get to decide. Exhale, downward facing. Find your breath here. We're gonna move into the other side, not just yet. Slow, easy inhale, slow, gentle exhale. Good, and then looking forward between the hands, stepping the left foot forward. Stay on your right toes for this one, bend into the left knee. And then take a moment here to press the hips down. Use your hands onto the left leg. Inhale, rise up. So just take a moment to find your balance. Lift through the heart. Imagine the ribcage expanding up and out. So really opening through the chest. And then you decide, arms down, hands in prayer, your cactus arm, or your arms extended. Any variation. I like this one of my faves. Feels so good to open your heart. You get to choose here. Back leg is strong. Your heel is off the floor if you can manage it. Good. And then exhale, slowly release the hands down. Pivot your right heel down and just take a moment to find your adjustment. Inhale, come back up. All right, so now we're going into our warrior one. Same as before. Right hip moves forward, left hip moves back, arms down, prayer, cactus, or up overhead. Find one spot to look at so that you're feeling grounded and rooted. Keep reaching to the fingertips, steady breathing. And then exhale, let's open up to warrior two. Now, same as we did before, reach back with your right arm, bend into the left knee. Back with your right arm, bend into that left knee. Good, one more. Back with your right arm, bend into the left knee. Nice, exhale. Good, left elbow down, right elbow, arm up and over, side angle. Looking up as we rotate the chest. Stay grounded and rooted. Reach to the right fingertips. Point the palm down towards the floor. Try to straighten your right arm. Open your chest. Good. And then exhale, coming back. Take the right arm behind. Adjust your feet. The hands onto the back. Hold on to opposite elbows and try to nestle your chest onto your left thigh. As you feel ready, drop your head for humble warrior. Ground your right foot strong. Legs are strong. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the hands. Reach the right heel up once more and just take a moment here to adjust. Exhale, left foot back. High plank, you choose your chaturanga from the knees or from the toes. You choose your back bend, cobra, upward facing, or sphinx. Lift the heart, open chest, exhale, downward facing. And let's hold here for 3 more breaths. 1. Observe the quality of your breath. Observe how it's entering and leaving your nostrils. Can you keep working on lengthening up through the hips, extending long through the spine? Steady, calm, peaceful breathing. Good. And then exhale, bring the knees down. Open the knees wide and come to a wide-legged balasana, wide child's pose. Extend forward, forehead to the floor. Let's take a rest here. That was hard work. Another option for your balasana is to bring your hands by your feet. So if your shoulders need a little extra love, you can try that, see how that feels. Steady, easy breathing. Deep inhale, slow, gentle exhale. Good. Stay here. You can start to work into your ujjayi breath a little bit here, finding real, true movement through the breath by breathing mindfully and with intention. You're not just gasping, you're allowing the breath to come in, welcoming it, and as you exhale, you're doing a full release. All right, inhale, lift the head, come back to your tabletop. We'll do some seated postures next. So bring your knees together. And we're going to take that right knee straight in front, right between the hands. So this foot, this right foot, we're going to slightly move it to the left. So it's slightly out of our way. I think you guys know where we're going here, a little bit of pigeon. Then tuck your left toe down and straighten that left leg back. So if, like me, you have a gap underneath your right hip, you can take a rolled up towel, you can take a yoga block. Yoga block might be a little too high. If you have one of those thinner blocks, those might be better. But you want to have some support there. It's not absolutely necessary, it just feels good. Then we're going to take our hands walking by our right knee, and then inhale, lift the chest. Like a mermaid, opening the heart, lifting the chest, maybe gazing up or closing your eyes. Draw the left hip down. A little softness in the elbows as the shoulders move away. Steady breath, feel the length from your left hip flexors, through the pubic bone, through the belly, through the rib cage, up into the chest, the scapula moving down and away. Exhale, slowly release. If possible, elbows to the floor. Good. Can anyone not bring their elbows to the floor? If your elbows don't touch the floor, for you guys at home too, you can place the block and bring your elbows to the block instead. And we can stay here with the elbows down, the head lifted, or if your body feels good, walk those elbows forward, forehead to the floor. And rest here. We're going to hold this for a few breaths. And just check you guys, make sure you look good. Perfect. Oh, looks good. That's it. So you should not be feeling any pain here in your right knee. There will be discomfort, absolutely, but no pain. Calm and steady your breath. Let's do 3 more deep breaths here. Deepen your inhale. Slow down your exhale. We're going to come out of this posture same way we went in. So lift your head, slide your elbows underneath you, and stay here for a moment or two. Regaining your abilities here, noticing how everything feels. Be very observant of your body. Have that conversation. How is everything feeling with your body today? Make adjustments to fit your body. And then press into the hands. Slowly lift up. Again, find that lift. Maybe now you can find that your lift goes a little higher. Fingertips can come down, and you can really elevate the chest, chin up, open heart. Exhale, bring the chin back down. Let's take that right hand to the inside of the right knee. Open out to the left. You're just going to rotate your torso. Look back over your left foot. Keep your left hip down. Allow your body to twist. And I'll give you here an invitation to bend your left knee towards your body. Grab your foot. See how that feels. If you can grab your foot or ankle, pull it in towards you, like you're trying to bring that heel towards the butt. And open the heart, over towards the side. Keep the left hip down. Keep hugging that knee in or that foot in. And then exhale, slowly release. Gently come back to center. Take a moment here, place both hands to square your hips once more. Tuck the left toe under, straighten that left leg, and we're gonna slide that right foot back. Come to downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs. You get to observe here the difference between the right and left side. We are always a little bit imbalanced. There's always a sense of strength or flexibility that's going to be different from the left and the right. So right after doing this posture, observe how that feels for you. Good. And then exhale, let's do the other side. So now that bring the knees down to the floor. The left knee comes forward. And the left foot slides slightly to the right. You want it out of the way of your body. From here, tucking that right toe under and straightening out through that right leg. Again, you can use your prop underneath your left hip, but it's not absolutely necessary. Sometimes the prop can be a hindrance, so if you find that it's too much, you can remove it. And then staying here in our lifted position, fingertips on the floor, shoulders back. Feel yourself moving into the posture. Thank you. Yes, if you feel like this is too much for you, you can absolutely bring that left hip down. And what you might want to do is open that foot out a little bit and keep the other knee bent. So this is going to give you the same type of movement, but a lot more gentle. Good. All right. If you're feeling good, you're ready to move into a little bit of a resting posture. Slide your elbows down and bring your elbows to the floor. The elbows don't come to the floor, you can use your block. Bringing the elbows to your yoga blocks instead. Stay there for a few breaths. Rolling that right hip down, really extending through the right leg, trying to square off your hip. And then finally, if and when you're ready, walking those elbows forward and forehead to the floor. But if you have your elbows on the block or if your forehead doesn't come to the floor, you're welcome to make other adjustments. We're going to stay here for some breath. Try to soften your way through, bringing your right hip down ever so slightly so your two hips are in one line. Good. Steady breathing. Let's do 3 more deep breaths. Deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. End of your last exhale. Lifting the head, bringing the elbows back underneath and just coming out the same way we went in. Pressing into the forearms, lifting the chest. Drawing that left hip and right hip down and away. And then lift the hands or lift the elbows and walk the hands in. Find your lift once more. Maybe you can see if you can go a little bit more onto your fingertips. Really extending, stretching now to that whole right side, inside of your right hip flexor. And then let's take that left hand in front of the left knee. Turn to the body. And then bring your right hand towards your right thigh, looking to the right. Stay there for a few moments. Your last invitation here is to bend your right knee, bring your right foot into your right hand, and gently move it in towards your body. So never forcing your body to move into any position it's not ready to go into. Things like cramping and sudden jerks of movement will create a body that is not ready to go into these things. So allow yourself to use the breath as you hold steady. And then exhale, slowly release that right leg. Both hands straddling that left knee once more. Tucking the right toe under, straightening that right leg. Exhale, slide that left foot back. Downward facing, pedal out your knees. Bend and straighten through your knees. One heel up, one heel down. Moving through the body, swaying the hips, observing. And again, exhale, knees come down. Go ahead and walk the knees back, knees together, and then again, sit back. Grab your block here. We're gonna move into some stretches for the quads. So here's the first option. You're going to take your block and place it on the inside of your left foot as you take this right foot forward. So the block is on the inside of your left foot, and that way you can sit back onto your block. If you don't have a block, you can still do this with your left heel out and sitting down on the floor instead. So let me see how far your body will be able to go down. I can let you use my block if you want. You want to use it? Yeah, here. Try with this. It'll make it a lot easier. So relax your left foot so that your toes should not be tucked under. Good. All right. Yes, and your block has levels. You can even stack two, one on top of the other. Oh, that's much better. How's that feel? Good. Okay. All right. So everybody's in an okay place. Body's not screaming at you yet. Okay. I didn't see you back there. All right. So this is a stretch. You probably can feel it. The top of that left ankle is going to be talking to you a little bit. The knee might be saying a couple of things, but if it's swearing at you, it's not liking what you're doing. Elevate your right hip more. And then lastly, you're going to feel this a little bit into the left quad. We're going to do a couple of forwards and backward movements as an invitation. You're welcome to stay here. Exhale slowly, hinge your hips forward, reach down, maybe grab your right foot. If that's not accessible, no worries. Keep your hands on either sides of your right foot. Draw in through lower belly and try to bring your forehead or your chin towards the right shin. Try to keep your right foot grounded, heel pressing out, toes pointing to the sky. Steady breathing. 3. Shoulders away from the ears. 4. Lower belly drawn in. 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale there and slowly release. Okay, now we're going to lean back. So bring your hands back, fingers pointing towards your face. Lift your chest, shoulders back. Open your heart, maybe lift your chin as well. Drop your head back. If you're on the floor without using the block, try to bring your elbows to the floor. If you're using the block, just stay on your hands. You don't need to bring your elbows down. So you get to choose here what feels good. That right leg is still grounded and engaged. And then exhale, slowly come back to center. Before we come out, bend the right knee in towards the body. So we're going to do a little funky twist here. Open the knee out to the side and draw that right heel in towards the block, or not the block, towards your left thigh. Okay, so make adjustments here. How are your hips feeling? Your right hip is still elevated. You're feeling hopefully a little bit challenged. And then we're going to take this right hand to the left knee and the left hand around towards the right thigh. If you can't grab the thigh, just bring it to your right side. So behind your body. Aha, you got it. Good. And then look over left shoulder. Calm, steady breath. And exhale, slowly release. We're going to keep the legs, just turn the other direction. Left hand to right knee, right hand around towards left thigh. Look over right shoulder. So those hips are getting all kinds of mobility today. You can always just come out of the posture if you feel like it's too much. Exhale gently back to center. Good. Bring the right knee up. Extend the right leg. Your block is still underneath you. Press into the hands. Slide that right foot back and come onto toes. So that's not the easiest transition. If you struggled with that transition, it's okay. Now we should all be on our toes. The block is somewhere next to you. So on your toes here, just take a moment. Again, observe what's happening with the hips. What is one saying? What's the other one saying? Keeping your fingertips on the floor and lifting up through your body. We're going to try to balance here. Press your heels towards each other and maybe walk your hands in as you lift your heart. You can stay here with your fingertips on the floor. Maybe bring one hand to the center of your heart. Maybe the other hand. And if you feel like you're going to fall out, all you have to do is bring your fingertips back down. Good. Engage into your legs. Try to keep your heels together. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, fingertips down. We're going to take that left leg forward. Use the block. Place it underneath your left hip. Sit down. And you should be sitting on the outside of your right heel. So make adjustments here. Take your time. Remember, your blocks have levels. You can stack 2, 3, 4 blocks up if you want to. Good. And let's just stay here for a moment observing. Some people feel this more in the extended leg. Some people feel it more in the bent leg. So if that's you, notice. Don't need to judge. We're here to practice. Be kind to ourselves. Make sure that if you are not using the block, that you're not sitting on the heel, but instead that heel slightly to the outside, so there's a little rotation here. All right, let's take it forward. So hinge your hips forward, hinge your chest forward, and if you can, grab a hold of that foot, or you can hold your opposite wrist and extend as you fold the chin towards the shin. The left leg is really engaged, so that left leg is pressing away through the heel. You're pressing a little bit into the top of your right foot to help keep you balanced. Draw in through lower belly and folding from here. Looking good, Amy. That's awesome. I know. Amy hasn't been to class in a long time. So this is her first class in a while. And if that's you, it's okay. Wherever you are, feel your breath. And then inhale, lift halfway. Exhale there. Slowly release. And we're going to go for that back movement. So fingertips pointing towards you. Lift through the rib cage and shoulders move back. Lift through the chest. Drop your head back. Just feel the stretch of the throat all the way into the chin. You can even take the bottom lip, move it over the top lip for a deeper stretch. If you don't have the block, you can try bending your elbows to the floor and noticing how that feels there. One day we get the top of the head to the floor and the back of the shoulders to the floor. Now, maybe not this lifetime, no worries. Right, friend? Next lifetime. Next 10 lifetimes, who cares? We're here to practice. That's what we do, yoga practice. All right, slowly exhale, everybody come back to the hands, come back to center. And we're gonna go for those funky twists. So bend into that left knee, bring it into the body. Make little adjustments here. You're gonna take this inside of the left foot to the inner right thigh. So it might be pressing against your block, perhaps, if you're still sitting on your block. And then taking your left hand to the right knee, right hand reaches around. Find your twist, looking over right shoulder. Easy, calm breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, see if you can rotate a little deeper. One more breath in, inhale. And then exhale, slowly, let's release, and we'll twist the other direction. Right hand, left knee, left hand comes around. Find your thigh or your side body as you open your chest. Lengthen through your spine and rotate your torso. Using your right arm as leverage here, you're pulling your body through. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, slowly release back to center. Good. Taking that left leg up. All right, straighten the left leg. We're going to press into the hands and then slide that left toe back. Come back to this toe position. Good. Oh, very nice. Okay. So the second time around was a little easier. So back into our toe position. We'll do one more toe stand. Walking the hands in. Lifting the chest. Rolling the shoulders back. Find your balance. As you exhale, maybe one hand, maybe two hands. Press your heels towards each other. Engage your legs. Toes are nice and rooted and grounded. Lift through the heart. If you're going to feel like you're going to fall, all you need to do is bring your hands to the mat. And exhale, release. Hands come down. Knees come down. Keep the toes tucked under. So still stretching to the soles of the feet. You can place your hands in front just bring your hands to the mat. This is going to relieve some of the weight on the toes. But I'm going to ask you for one more option or give you another invitation to walk your hands up your legs and try to find yourself in an upright position. This can be very, very demanding for the toes. So if the invitation is not accepted, I will not be upset. You do what you need to do. Another option is to have blocks in front of you, and you can bring your hands to the blocks. Easy breathing. If you feel okay, inhale, draw the arms up, gazing up towards sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up, extend. Exhale, hands to heart. The toes are screaming at you now, probably. Inhale, last time, extend. Exhale, hands to heart. And slowly release, hands come down. Let's shake out those toes. Give them a little wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, move through the ankles, point and straighten. All right. So Natasha might kill me for showing you this next, but let's give it a try. We're going to take our four-legged position, walk your hands forward ever so slightly, so you're not exactly over your wrist, but slightly back. Then take your right knee forward, kind of like as if we were going to go into pigeon. Bring it towards your right hand. Your right knee towards your right hand. And then your left knee forward towards your left hand. So you're crossing at your ankles. Yeah. And then, if you can, lift your knees, slide your feet through, and sit down. Good job. Good job. See, not so hard. She won't kill me. All right, go ahead, extend your legs. Shake it out a little bit. Move through the toes, the ankles. Dandasana position. This is like our seated samasthiti. This is our grounded position on the earth. You can take, I used to have a teacher that would say your Ben and Jerry's. Take your Ben and Jerry's out to the side. I know, I can never forget that. I had another teacher that says, fluff your tail feathers out back. You want to sit in the front of your sit bone. So those bony protrusions underneath you, feel those underneath you. Legs are engaged. Contract your quads, lift your kneecaps, flex your toes towards your face, press your heels out, and your hands on either sides of your hips. Lift through the rib cage and chest, shoulders back, chin down. 1, this is Dandasana position. 2, everything is working. Draw in through the belly. 3, steady focused breath. 4, and 5. Good. Paschimottanasana. Exhale, reach forward, grab your big toes. So if that's not a possibility for this lifetime for you today, just grab your thighs or your shins or your ankles, whatever you can reach. Now observe here, have your feet flopped out. That means you've stopped the engagement in the thighs. Draw the feet back in to bring the thighs in towards each other. Inhale, extend the spine, and then exhale, fold from there, drawing the elbows towards the earth, top of the head towards the feet, drawing the lower belly in. Fold here. 1, toes towards each other. 2, calm, steady breathing. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, head up only. Okay, if that was accessible, I'm going to ask you or invite you to deepen your grip so you can place your hands on top of your toes so that you drape your hands over the soles of your feet, or grab the sides of your feet, or say before you were holding on up by your knees, then try to hold on by your ankles. So wherever you were before, just deepen it ever so slightly. And then inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold once more. Chin towards chin, back lengthening, shoulders moving away from the ears. 2, steady breathing. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale and release. Okay, good job. Beautiful work, you guys. Now we're gonna lay all the way onto our back, but before we do that, we're gonna go for a little, 2 ways we're gonna do this posture. Poolside. Plant your feet on the floor, so your feet and knees are hip width apart. Then we're gonna take our hands behind the back, like a reverse tabletop. Point the toes forward, fingers pointing forward. Inhale, lift the hips. Shoulders move back and drop your head back. Keep lifting through the hips. 1, good. 2, hips up. 3, shoulders engaged. 4, steady breathing. 5, exhale, lower down. Okay. Now, if you found that to be like out of 10, an 8 or a 9, repeat it. Do it once more. If you found it was like a 5 or 6, I'll give you a second option. Toes come together and you're going to extend your legs. Same setup as before, but instead of bending into the feet, we're going to lift from this position. Hips up and drop the head back. This is the traditional Poolside. Draw the thighs in towards each other, toes to the floor. 2, good, beautiful. Shoulders back. 3, take it your way. Hips up. 4, drop that head back. 5, exhale, everybody lower down. Good, okay. Take a moment, flex and point through your feet. And then now make sure you have enough room behind you. Lay all the way onto your back. All right, we're not quite ready to finish up here, guys, but we're getting close. So take a couple of breaths, find your body rooted and settled, feeling the points of contact your body's making with the floor. Try not to relax too much here. It's not Shavasana. You're still kind of in that same engagement of the body. We'll do a bridge pose from here. So plant your feet on the floor, bend your knees. Arms down by your sides. Inhale, lift the hips up. Come onto the weight, onto the shoulders. 1, wriggle the shoulders under a little bit more, get more height. 2, if you can, reach down, grab your ankles and press up again. 3, 4, strong legs. 5, exhale, lower the hips down and lift the legs up. This is our Viparita Karani. Our legs are lifted and your back is on the mat. Good. So you want to keep your hips down and your legs perpendicular to the floor. Just easy breathing. We're going to add to that bridge. So bend the knees once more. Plant the feet down on the floor. Separate them hip width. Inhale, lift the hips. Again, slide your hands down. See if you can grab your ankles and lift up once more. 1, 2, see if you can keep pressing the hips up, strong legs. 3, 4. Now before coming out, if you have your ankles, release your hands to the floor, interlace your hands behind your back and press your arms straight. Now bring your weight to your left leg, come onto your right toes. Hold there. 1, just keep your right toes on the floor. 2, more weight to your left leg, hips up. 3, 4, and 5. Right heel down, press into the arms. Left heel comes up. 1, 2, hips up more. 3, strong right leg. 4, and 5. Exhale, left heel down. Release your hands and lower all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Thank you, body, supporting me through the difficult postures. Good. And then release the left foot down. Keep the right knee hugged in. We're going to go for a nice rotation of the torso. So grab the right knee with your left hand. Take it all the way over to the left. Look to the right. Don't worry about that knee touching anything or coming all the way down. Just try to keep your right shoulder down instead. You can use your left elbow for support. Steady breathing. We'll be here for just a little bit of time. Try to make this feel good. Don't overdo it. Don't over twist. Just go to that happy spot where your spine feels the release. One more breath. And exhale, slowly coming back through the center. Again, draw the right knee in towards the body, point the left toes. And before we do the other side, release the arms down by the floor and extend your right leg. So you're making like a shape of an L with your legs. Point through left and right toes. Reach your hands towards your right calf. Inhale, and then exhale, lift your head. Try to bring your chin towards your right shin. I know. 3 lifetimes from now. Looking towards the toes and maybe hugging the elbows in, drawing in through lower belly. Use your hands to move the right leg in towards the body. Keep your left leg grounded. Exhale, release the head. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms and lower the right leg back down all the way towards the floor. Let it hover a few moments before it touches and slowly release. Good. Moving into the other side, left knee hugs in towards the body. Pull the left knee in tightly as the right leg extends. Grab a hold of the left knee with the right hand and twist over to the right. Left shoulder down, look to the left. Good. Stay there. Finding your rotation, finding your twist. Steady, easy breathing. Beginning the wind down of our practice. Reconnecting with the breath if we've lost it somewhere along the way. And one more deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. See if you can allow your body to sink into the posture just a little bit more. And then inhaling slowly and gently coming back to center, squaring off your hips. Keeping that left leg hugged in, right leg pointed and engaged. Extend the left leg up, arms down by your side. So first we just use a little bit of core and a little bit of the legs to keep that engagement there. Point through the toes. Slide the hands up towards the left calf or ankle. And then inhale, exhale, lift up. Bringing your chin towards your left shin. As you move that left leg in towards the body, engage into your core muscles here. Shoulders back and down, and then maybe hug the elbows towards that left calf. And exhale, slowly lower the head down. Release the foot, lower the leg down. Okay, the next posture we're going to practice is our halasana. So you grab your block and place it. I'm going to turn this way so you guys can see me, and then I'll show you guys back there, but I think you guys can all see me. You're going to grab your block and place it over your head at the height of your straight arms, because that's where we want our feet to go. I know, you're like, what? All right, let's give it a try. So your block is there on the floor, arm height away from your head, and then arms back down by your sides. Leave your block there. Lift your legs like Viparita Karani, which we just did. When you're ready, lift your hips, press your hands underneath your lower back or your glutes, and then start to bring your feet towards that block. If you can find the block, then keep your feet there and release your arms. If the block is not accessible, even at its highest point, then keep your hands at your lower back and stay there. Good. You can make the block a little higher and so that your feet can come to it. You have that flower pot right there. That might work instead of the block. Yeah, bring your feet to that flower pot. Lucky. Good. And you want to try to keep your legs straight and your spine straight as well. So not hollowing out here and rounding, but instead lengthening the tailbone up. If this is easy for you, you want to release the toes so the tops of your feet are on the block, or you might want to release the block altogether and bring your feet to the floor. Hold it 2 more breaths. 1. Good. 2. I see some of you have your feet on the floor. You can try to wriggle your hands towards each other, interlace your fingers, and press into your arms. Good. Very nice. Lengthening through your spine. Some really good posture to kind of even out that left and right sides of your back. And then exhale, everybody. Let's roll out of this posture, one vertebrae at a time, with control, using your arms as brakes, letting your hips come down, and we'll all be back in this Viparita Kadani, our legs up the wall. Relax here and breathe. Stay there. Let your legs be soft, so you don't want to feel like your legs are working too hard. Good. Couple more breaths here. All right. And then slowly bring the feet down to the floor. Extend the legs. Come back to that nice long line of the body. We're going to roll up to seated. So place your hands on your thighs, engage your legs, lift your head. This is a little bit of core work here. Start to slide your hands down, 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 slowly making your way up, using your core strength, and we'll come back to our seated position. Good job. Okay. Now, this is the peak of our practice here before we start fully climbing down. We're going to take the toes and we're going to split this into 2 halves. So 1 foot down on the floor, you're grabbing onto your toe, lift your chest. This is a little bit like our a little bit of a hip opener, but we're going to lean back. And as we lean back, less weight to the feet. Maybe they can float. If you want to try it with just the float like this, you can keep the left foot floating, or you can bring it back down, grounded to the floor. Your choice. And then let's extend that right leg. So we have stretched out those hamstrings. We have moved into all kinds of warrior poses. I think your legs should feel like they're ready. But if they're not, you can change your grip and grab your calf instead. So that's an option for you. Good. And then again, that left foot can be grounded, makes it a little bit easier. Good. Lift the chest, shoulders back. Nice. Steady breathing. 1, 2. Lift the heart. 3. Almost there. See if you can maintain. Peaceful mind. 4. Maybe open that leg out a little bit more. And 5. Exhale. Bring it in. And like a Baddha Konasana, we'll just bring the feet down. Elbows inside the legs and just hold here for a moment. Keep holding on to those toes. Drawing into your lower belly and just slightly leaning forward. It's okay for back round. This is just a little bit of a surrender before we do the other side. And then slowly come up. Again, find your little hover so that you're balancing between your sits bones and your tailbone. You can actually rock a little bit here. Feel yourself stable. And then when you're ready, extend that left leg. The right foot on the floor will make this easier. The left knee bend will make this easier. Grabbing the left ankle will make it easier. So you have choices here to make this more accessible for you. Lift the chest, shoulders back. You want to make it harder? Point your toe. Oh, that's a lot harder. Yeah. So you have all kinds of options, you guys. Remember, this is your practice. Lift the heart, 2. Shoulders back and down, calm, steady breath. Maybe open that leg out to the side a bit more. 3, 4. Good. And 5. Exhale, back down. Back to Baddha Konasana. This time, release the toes. Kick your thumbs inside the big mounds of your feet. And then try to open up your feet like you're opening the pages of a book. So you actually physically want to twist your feet open. We did a lot of stuff for the ankles today too as well, so this will be a nice release for the ankles. Lean your body weight forward. Your elbows can be on the insides of your shins, on the front of your shins as you extend your chest. Maybe try to lengthen your spine a little bit more here. One day in a couple of lifetimes, your chin to the floor. I'm still waiting for that day myself. Inhale, lift up. All right. So if you like that, you can repeat one side, then the other side, but we're going to try 2 sides together. So hold on to the big toes, lift up through the heels, find your balance, When you're ready, inhale, open up through both legs, point through the toes if you want to make it harder. Lift your chest, look up. 1, shoulders back and down. 2, steady, easy breathing. 3, feel your heart opening and expanding. 4, and 5. Exhale, slowly come back in. Nobody fell backwards. That's no fun. All right, back to your Baddha Konasana. Again, the thumbs on the inside, opening the feet, but this time let's bring the elbows by the side. So elbows kind of hug your rib cage, and then chin down, shoulders back, gaze the tip of your nose, let your knees open out to the side, steady breathing. And inhale, slowly come up. Help your knees come back to center. Extend the legs, take them out a bit. We're going to do a breathing practice called Nadi Shodhana. You can do this by using your hands to close and open your nostrils, or you can just visualize breathing in through one and breathing out through the other. If you're feeling a little stuffy today, don't worry about closing and opening. The best way to do this is to elevate the hips. So you want to use your blocks if you want to, or I have my little blanket here that I use. You can even roll up your mat if you want to do that. And then give yourself just enough of a lift so your hips are slightly higher than your legs. This is going to make you more comfortable as you sit, because you're going to be sitting here for a while. So as you bring your heels in, you want to kind of line up your heels with the center line of your body, the best you can. If you have a lotus or a half lotus in your practice, you're welcome to go into a lotus or a half lotus. I'm going to turn a little sideways so I can engage my virtual people as well, you guys. All right, so from here, the spine is long, there's a sense of lift through the chest, and there's a sense of feeling rooted from the pelvic floor, from the sit bones, the legs, everything on the ground seems grounded down. Take a couple of easy breaths. For this breath, you bring the right hand into Vishnu Mudra, which means you want to bring your index finger and middle finger down. So your ring, pinky, and thumb are out. And you're going to use your thumb to close your right nostril and your ring finger to close your left nostril. So it's going to be alternating side to side. I'll guide you, don't worry. Left hand can be palm up, chin mudra, hand down. You decide what that left hand does, it's up to you. So bring your hand towards your face. Don't close the nostrils yet. Just inhale through both nostrils. Exhale. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale left. Close the left nostril with the ring finger. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right nostril. Open left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left nostril with the ring finger. Open the right thumb. Exhale right. Inhale right. Right nostril closes, left opens, exhale left. Inhale left. Left closes, right opens, exhale right. Inhale right. Right nostril closes, left opens, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left side, open right. Exhale, right. Inhale, right side. Switch your fingers. Exhale, left side. Inhale, left. Switch. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Switch. Exhale, left. Do two more. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Last one. Inhaling left. Switch your fingers. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Switch. Exhaling left. Releasing both hands down to your knees. Breathing in now through both nostrils. Observe. Notice the natural rhythmic movement of your own natural pace of breathing. One more deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. And then you can either stay here with your eyes closed as you make your way onto your Shavasana, or you can open them and kind of settle yourself down for your Shavasana. Take your time. Coming off your cushion. Good job. This is practicing outside with us too, so that's nice. So as we settle in for your Shavasana, just take a few moments to really experience what is your body feeling right now. Taking a couple of breaths to just observe the sensations that move within the body. Giving yourself complete permission to soften every muscle, every tendon, every ligament in your body. Relax. slowly and gently, as you feel ready, begin to draw your awareness back to this time, to this place, to the space that you are now in, this present moment. Hold on to that sense, that feeling of relaxation, of surrender, as you start to add a little bit of movement to the fingers, the toes, the hands, the feet, the arms and the legs, gently, slowly reawakening the body. Allowing the breath to move effortlessly through the nostrils, in and out, expanding the chest, lowering the chest. Come to a constructive resting pose by bending your knees, planting your feet on the floor a little bit wider than your hips. Then allowing your knees to come in together, resting one hand at your belly, one hand at your heart. Observe the lift and lower of the belly and chest. The journey of the breath as it comes in and out of the body. As you're ready, you can roll over onto one side, making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Take your time, there's no rush. I invite you to remain with your eyes closed until the end of our practice today, keeping that awareness and that focus inward. Once we're in our seated posture, let's bring our palms together at the center of the heart, symbolizing that union of our bodies, our minds, and our spirit. I'd like to close with the sound followed by a short mantra. I don't expect you to know it, but just the vibration of the sounds, allow them into your heart. It's a mantra of kindness, of peace. Exhaling the breath away, releasing with it anything that no longer serves us, that is no longer for our highest good. And as we inhale, we draw in that vibration of gratitude for all the blessings in our lives. We'll begin with Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vishanavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For the benefit of ourselves, our loved ones, our family, our neighbors, our society, our world at large, may we be happy, may we be free, may we be filled with loving kindness. Namaste.